Hi everyone, welcome to the Quicksilver Show. On popular public demand, we finally have an investor on the show, and I'm very happy that he's finally agreed to come to the Quicksilver Show. His name is Aaryan Shah. He's the founder and CEO of Parishi Capital. And what is an investor? How do they operate? How does an investing company operate? We're gonna learn all those things today. Hi Aryan, welcome to the show. How are you feeling?
Hi, Pujan. First of all, thank you so much for having me. Feeling definitely nervous a little bit, doing this for the first time in my life. But
यार
I'm
तुम इतना पैसा बनाते हो नर्वस तो हमको होना चाहिए यार व्हाई आर यू नर्वस
getting in front of so many cameras. Definitely, this is the first time, like I said, I'm getting in front of the camera, and we usually don't get in. We are always the people behind the stories,
right
not in front of the stories.
no it's pretty interesting that somebody as young as you and when I got to know a little background of what you do how you do it is tremendously fascinating uh, hence I really am interested I know a little but I want everybody who's going to watch this let's go back to your childhood you very young so anyways which ways you
Right.
very young to be going back so much but any which ways how was your schooling days? How was your early days in your family? Tell us a little about it.
So, first thing, I've never been to a school or college in my life.
Okay.
Not even a single day, not even junior KG, senior KG, anything. My parents didn't want me to go to a normal school. They
Okay.
wanted me to learn. They didn't want me to learn 100 things which are not applicable in real life or real businesses. I mean, no offenses to anyone who has been to a school or college, but they always wanted me to learn more about people, more about actual business, more about things which are applicable in real life. So that's when we came across a school called Gurukulam. And there we used to focus on things which are more practical, things which are, you can use those things in day to day businesses or anywhere in life. So
Right.
they used to work on our personality and our mentality rather than just being, bookish knowledge.
Okay. But so how many years is that sort of schooling? How many years do you have to study in
So
that
there are no
school?
fixed years. It really depends on you how fast can you grasp the knowledge. It mostly works on course to course basis, not year to year basis. So I have studied at two different places in Surat Gurukulam and Ahmedabad Gurukulam.
Okay.
So I was there until 13 and a half, something like that. And then for the next 2 years, I was done with my studies. For the next 2 years, and I'm Jain. So हमारा जैन में जे साहेब जी होय.
Right.
So mostly 2 વર્ષ में થોડો ટાઈમ એ લોકો સાથે ને થોડો ટાઈમ ડોમેસ્ટિક ટ્રાવેલિંગ
Right.
without any money.
Please explain what do you mean?
So I didn't have any money. I didn't have any resources. I was a very young kid, and I just used to roam around in say Gujarat and Rajasthan mainly, with sometimes with Sahibji and sometimes without them. So we used to wherever we had to go, we used to go by walking. We didn't have any cars or any vehicle available. And for those time, I've slept at places like tobacco factory, wood factory, chocolate factory, government quarters, government offices. Offices पे जो टेबल होते हैं,
Mm-hmm.
उसके ऊपर बस कंप्यूटर साइड में हटा के एक शॉल या कुछ भी कपड़ा बिछा के सो जाओ.
No, so I had heard about this, but तो फिर what sort of education is that? So mathematics अगर किसी को पढ़ाना है, आप जो स्कूल में पढ़े हो, how does that happen?
So we used to learn everything there.
Right.
ऐसा नहीं कि वहाँ पे subjects नहीं होते थे.
Right.
We had all the subjects, mathematics, science,
Okay.
Gujarati, Hindi, like whatever normal subjects are there.
Right.
One of my very good friend, he won the gold medal at like he represented India in mathematics championship in Indonesia, and he won the
Wow.
gold medal. They used
Studied
to teach
from
us
that school.
Yes, they used to teach us Vedic maths.
Okay. So just becomes a little more easier functionality pe.
Yes, I for sure I cannot do those things now, but I used to calculate any numbers you throw at me back in the day.
Yeah.
So I used to calculate if you give me like 22 lakhs into 22 lakhs 33,455 into 13,334. I used to count that in seconds.
Are you serious?
Yes.
But now you're so
Now I've just become a little too comfortable, I would say.
okay with all the gadgets and everything. So, but how did the transition happen? So, how was your family taking this? Like, was it like a combination of your parents wanting to do it, you wanting to do it?
Yeah, I would say that my mother really wanted me to do this.
Right.
My father was not at father was not on board with it at the on the first year. But my mother was abandoned. Like, okay, I want him to do this. I don't want him to go to a normal school. I want him to do this, and that's when we became a part of this school, and we started we became trustees. My mother really wanted to get involved.
Okay. When did you have the jump from studying to coming to the business, and just a little background on that?
So around 13 and a half, I got done with my studies, and for 2 years I did this, and that's where my studying was still going.
Right.
I learned Chanakya Niti and Nyay Shastra, which are the bases of our culture or our businesses. The more once you go through those, we call it granthas. આપણા જે ગુજરાતીમાં ગ્રંથ
ગ્રંથ
કહીએ.
કહેવાય, હા.
એ ગ્રંથમાં એટલું નોલેજ છે. આજે કોઈ પણ MBA કે કોઈ પણ ફાઇનાન્સના કોઈ પણ કોર્સ કરી લો, તમને ક્યારે નહીં શીખવા મળશે.
અચ્છા.
Like this is the thing I say, that the answers you are looking for are in the past, not in the future.
Okay, well said. Okay.
So એ ગ્રંથોથી જે શીખવા મળ્યું, I'm still using that in my real life. In every single day, you learn about politics, you learn about how manipulation works, you learn about how actual real businesses work, how if you want to negotiate with someone, how you should negotiate with different kind of people. You let's say you are selling a camera, or you are selling a mug, anything, you are selling any item. A sale pitch cannot be same for 10 different people.
Okay.
If you are selling mug, you are just saying, okay, this is a good mug. Maybe one person might buy. 10 of them would not be interested. You have to make a sales pitch according to the person you are selling.
Right.
So that's what we learned there. Okay, how do you connect with a person? How do you know what he's willing to do, what he's not willing to do, how far he's willing to go, how far he's not willing to go?
So are you saying it connects to certain psyche of the people who are interested in buying a product?
Not just buying a product. That was the example I was giving.
Okay.
It could be anything. Let's say I'm investing in a company right now.
Right.
How should I negotiate with them?
Right.
Let's say I'm going to a trip. How should I, what my mentality should be, what my psyche should be.
Right.
That how should I approach things
Right.
in different manner, in different scenarios. That's what I learned there.
Okay. And in what year did you get into the business? And
so this was for about 2 years.
Right.
And then after that, I got into the business at the age of about 15 and a half, around that age. 15, between 15
and
to 16.
was that diamonds or?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the first family was always into diamonds and jewelry. So the first business I got into was diamonds.
What did you do in that particular business of? Assuming it was a family-owned business.
Yes, definitely. But it never felt like it.
Okay.
So when I joined the business, the first 1 year was a training period.
Okay.
So my parents actually advised our managers that so we have a lot of interns as well, that we teach them how to do cutting, polishing, how to run a diamond business. But my parents advised our managers, who usually teaches those interns or even me, they advised them to go extra harder on me.
Right.
Yeah, so they literally told them that, okay, if you teach him the way you teach other people, they're going to fire you. They're not going to keep you. So I have served tea and coffee to my own people.
Right.
And for me, timing was not as a boss. I used to go there by 9. I used to come by usual employee timings.
Right.
And I still remember I'm going to the office. I'm leaving from my house. I have to go in a bus. I didn't get anything. I didn't get a car. I didn't get any vehicle. I'm going to go into an office, and I'm going by a bus, and my father is going by an Audi. We are going to the same place.
Right.
We are
Right.
The destination is the same. Still, I was not allowed to sit in any car while going to the office. Of course,
Right.
I used to travel by bus only,
Right.
and I had to. I didn't have a choice.
Right.
And the way they treated me over there, I was not even allowed on the top floor where usually my parents, my father, uncle, everyone sits. I was not allowed there. I was not even allowed to sit on the director's chair. I used to do everything which a normal intern would have to go through.
Right. And how did it help you in your mindset? I'm really interested in that.
Definitely it helped me a lot, but I didn't like it at that time. I
Right.
hated it. I was like,
Did
why?
you feel like I'm the boss and
Yeah,
why?
why are you making me do this?
Right.
Okay, come on, let me go upstairs, let me sit there,
Right.
let me just have lunch with you. But they were like, no, you have to go through this process, otherwise you are not. They used to say that this place is not demanded, this place is earned.
Right.
If you don't do anything for the business, just because you're my son, you're not gonna get the business.
Right. Makes sense.
You have to make yourself useful to the company. You have to make yourself worth that much to sit on this chair.
Right. Okay. Interesting. So when did Parishi Capital happen? And how was the transition and everything? I really am interested in
But
that.
still in the later stage, I was with them for a couple of years.
Right.
And after that, I went to Mumbai. I was
Right.
more interested on the selling part of the business.
Right.
So I shifted to Mumbai for diamond business only. And again, the story is very different there. When I shifted there, I used to live in a place where my rent was okay. I would let you guess what would be my rent for the first for the first month.
First month?
Not first month. I lived there for a couple of months. But
Okay.
what would
In
be the
Mumbai,
monthly
right?
rent?
What
Yeah.
area?
It was in Churni Road.
It will be expensive, no?
I'll let you guess.
30,000?
My monthly rent was 800 rupees.
800 rupees.
800 rupees.
Where were you staying, bro? 800 rupees in Mumbai.
It was a community house.
Okay.
And it was like a 2 BHK, and we used to live 22 people in that house.
22.
20 to 23 people in that house.
Right.
And I got a place in the balcony.
To sleep.
I didn't even have a room. I didn't have anything. I used to get this small drawer to keep my things. And to sleep, I used to sleep in the balcony. And where I used to sleep, okay, right above me, people used to put their clothes. લોકો કપડા સુકાવા ત્યાં મૂકતા હતા.
Yeah.
મારી લેફ્ટ સાઈડ શૂ રેક.
Okay.
હું જ્યાં મૂકતો ત્યાં શૂ રેક. There was no AC. પંખો એટલો અવાજ કરે કે તમે 10 મિનિટ બી નહીં ઊંઘી શકો. અને રાઈટ સાઈડ વોશરૂમ.
How old were you when you were doing this?
I was what 20?
20. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1920.
99.
And I used to go to the office. At that time, I was handling many things. I had so many responsibilities in the business as well. Still, I was living at a place like this. I used to go by local train
Right.
to reach the office. Local train the automa office જવાનું. And I used to sell multiple diamonds a day.
Wow.
તમે લાખોના હીરા વેચો છો, but still,
You
you're
have
still
to
living
stay.
at a place where you are paying 800 rupees a rent for a month.
Interesting. And from there, so coming back to my question, how did
Right.
Parishi Capital happen?
And so I felt that okay, we have multiple partners in this business. Like
Right.
Papa હતા, કાકા હતા,
Right.
મારા ભાઈઓ બી businessમાં હતા. I felt like okay, I need to do something else.
Right.
મારો મહિનાનો ખર્ચો 4,000 થી 5,000 રૂપિયા. આખો મહિનાનો ઇન્ક્લુડિંગ બધું જ, ખાવાનું ને બધું. બોમ્બેમાં મારો 4 થી 5,000 રૂપિયા ખર્ચો. હું ત્યારે મને કહે નારાયણ ઢોસા કરીને તો હું ચર્ની રોડના સ્ટેશનથી ઉતરું ને એટલે એના આ જગ્યા પર જતા ઘર પર જતા એ વચ્ચે રસ્તામાં આવે નારાયણ ઢોસા. હું ત્યાં ખાતો તો મને આજે બી ખબર છે 80 રૂપિયાનો બટર ઢોસા મળે અને 120 રૂપિયાનો મૈસૂર મસાલા, જૈન મૈસૂર મસાલા. એટલે મેઇનલી 150 થી 200 રૂપિયામાં તમે જે રીતે ખાઓ 150 થી 200 રૂપિયામાં ડિનર કરવાનું, એનાથી વધારે એનો ખર્ચો કરવાનો જ નહીં. So I felt like that I'm not adding much value to this company. There are already multiple partners. બે કાકા છે, પપ્પા છે, ભાઈઓ હતા, બોમ્બેમાં એક પાર્ટનર છે. I felt like I'm not adding much value because the company that the industries we are working in, the industry is not growing itself.
Right.
Let's say we are at 100 rupees revenue. I cannot take this company to a 300 or a 500 rupees revenue. So it doesn't make sense for me to spend a lot of my time here.
Right.
And that's when I stumbled upon investing.
Okay.
We had done, I would say, 1 or 2 investments through an advisor, but it didn't work out that much. And we didn't have any idea what we were doing. When I got into the business, I had no idea how to evaluate a company, how to find businesses worth investing in, what are the people in this industry. I had no idea. I didn't know a single person in this industry. So I started this in, I would say we started this in 2020.
Okay.
We didn't even actually have a name Parishi Capital back in the day. We
Okay.
just started looking for, okay, what else can we do?
Right.
I started going to places. I started meeting different people. I started going to events where I could meet like-minded people, where I could meet people who are working in this industry. For the first year, I still remember I couldn't invest a single rupee. I was just learning things.
Okay.
So again, coming back to the education I had no education about investing in companies.
Right.
I had no background in this industry. But what I learned there, today, if you come and tell me, okay, Aryan, we have to do this or we have to start this company, I would never say no. What they taught us there, okay, Pujan, you're coming to me with this idea. Let's do this. We'll
Okay.
figure it out. Whatever it is, we'll never say no. That's what I learned in that schooling and the 2 years I spent there.
Right.
So for the first year, I couldn't invest a single rupee. I was just learning things. Okay, how does it work? How does it not? How to find out things about companies? How to evaluate a company? And I met so many people
Hmm.
doing, going to an event, going to places like this. I started learning new things, and that's when my first thing I would say that my parents really believed in me. My uncle, I would rather say, my family really believed in me. I actually started a company back in the day, I would say 2018 or 19,
Hmm.
which failed pretty miserably.
What?
We didn't invest a single rupee in the first year. I was still learning. I would say I really made good friends while doing that. I don't know why. Probably my luck was good, but so I really made good friends. One of them being Siddharth Kothari. He never made me feel like okay, you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
And he's a seasoned investor.
Mm-hmm.
He has invested in so many companies. He owns a listed company. He's one of the biggest guys in India. But still, he never made me feel like, okay, you don't know what you're doing. You have no idea. You cannot do this. You cannot invest in companies. He always made me feel like, okay, I'm going to this place. Do you want to come with me? Do you
Right.
want to learn things?
Right. I'm really interested in what was your first investment at with Parishi Capital, or what was your first investment?
I don't remember the first one actually. People usually say that they remember
The first.
you always remember your first one. I don't remember the exact company, but I remember the first company, the larger check we invested in.
Okay.
It was one of the company from Surat. It's called Jainam Broking.
Okay. Jainam shares, right?
Yes, Jainam shares, Jainam Broking, Jainam
Jainam share.
Limited,
Yeah.
any name you wanna call it.
And how did you land there? How did that happen?
So we got it from one of our financial advisor and a CA. And definitely promoter was from Surat. That was a plus point. We met the promoters and we really felt that promoter has that ignite.
Okay.
Promoter has that fire. He wants to take this company to a next level.
Right.
And yeah, we were keen on investing in that company. And that was the first one of the largest check. At that time, that was one of the not one of the largest check we invested at that time in Jainam. And everyone was saying, no, okay, don't invest so much. You are taking so much risk in one company. You should not do this. But we were adamant, okay, we want to do this. We really like the promoter. We really like the story. And we think this company can grow much bigger than what it is right now.
So whatever money you invest, whose money is it? Is it your company's money? It is your personal money?
It is family's money, my family's money.
Okay, and what would be the range when you invested in Jainam? What range would that be?
For investment,
Yes.
at that time, we invested approximately, I think, $2.5 million.
Oh, okay. And
But I would not take any credit for it. I would definitely say I was just a newbie at that time. My uncle made that decision. Of course, I was there. I was doing everything, due diligence and everything. But the call was my uncle's.
uncles.
Yes.
Okay. So in Jainam's case, like you mentioned, your family was, let's say, was at the driving seat. Was there an investment that you think you were driving it and you landed in good investment or something?
One of those company would be, I would say, Navitas Green.
Okay.
Uh, they have multiple businesses under renewable energy sector.
Right.
They are at forefront of solar panel manufacturing. They're one of the largest in India, and we were the first check in the company. I would say that.
Okay.
I would say that was one of my biggest investment, which I drove, which
Okay.
I drove.
Right. And if you could just, of course, numbers is the game. How much and what was the growth after that?
Right. So for the first check, we invested again a very similar number, $2.5 million.
Right.
We led the round, and we really believed in the company. And in the second round as well, we did about $2 million,
Right.
$2.2 million.
Are they from Surat?
Yes, they are also from Surat.
Right. Did that play any role? That because they're from Surat, or was it easy to connect to them? Or
No, not really. Of course, I had never. I didn't know the promoters. I didn't know anyone.
Right.
We got the deal from one of our advisors.
Right.
And I remember that I spent about 6 months doing the due diligence on the company.
Right.
We did so much back and forth, so much negotiations from the value that they came to us that, okay, they want to, let's say we want to raise our fund at
What was their
X amount.
valuation?
We got a really good valuation.
Okay.
We did the negotiation. From the first encounter we had with them,
Right.
they were asking an X amount of valuation.
Ah.
We closed it at a Y amount of valuation, which got us a very good cushion for the next few years.
Right.
After we invested in less than in around 1.5 years, the company raised funds at 3x of valuation we did.
Okay. Wow.
And we really believe, like I said, we really believed in the company. And in second round as well, we did about $2.2 million.
Right. How did you end up at Navitas Solar?
Okay, so even same story to Navitas, that when we decided, okay, they were raising about $5 million, and we said, okay, we'll do $2.5 million. We're the lead investors. Everyone was like, even the advisor who got us the deal, they were like, okay, don't do so much in one company. Put 2 crores in 10, 15 different companies. Don't
right.
take so much risk in one single company.
Right.
And everyone was like, okay, you are putting too much trust in a 22-year-old boy. 21. I was actually at 21 years old at that time.
Right.
They all were like, you are putting too much trust in a 21-year-old guy. How could you do this? Everyone was against it. My family asked me only one thing. Okay, Aaryan, are you sure you want to do this?
Right.
Like, yes, I'm sure. They didn't ask me anything else.
Right.
And I think that's what really drove me to where I am today. My family has always trusted in me. Even when I lost money in the first business I started,
Right.
they never made me feel like, okay, you cannot do this. You cannot handle so much money.
Right.
This is a very big amount
Okay.
for anyone.
Right.
$2.5 million putting in a single company, which is a very huge
Of
thing.
course. Yes. Yes.
And my family was, okay, you want to do this, we'll let you do this.
I think it all comes down to the route, how you've been trained, a different sort of schooling, a different sort of bringing up. I mean, anybody with such a privileged background, for a lack of better word, could have easily taken a different path, could have been a far comfortable route, but you chose what you chose, and it's pretty interesting. I'm really interested in knowing. After researching a little, obviously your website and everything, that you are very handsomely placed at a folio of more than 75 companies. You're managing around 43 million USDs. But let's say I'm a young startup, all right? And what is my bracket? What is the structure like? How do I reach out to Aaryan or Parishi Capital? If there is a process, please.
Yeah, of course. So there's a website you can always go to. There's an email ID mentioned. You can always send your deck there. You can always connect us from there. But as a family office, we don't invest so much in early stage startups
Okay.
because we have already burnt our hands there. We have
Okay.
lost some money there. I think we have only had one failure until now,
Okay.
where we had to just write off the company.
Right.
Otherwise, everywhere it's
What
still.
was the name? Where did you burn your hands?
It was a company in Mumbai.
Okay.
And I would take my losses. I would definitely say that it was a wrong move at my part.
Okay.
My family was not.
How much did you lose?
It was a very small amount,
Okay.
but still, my family was not really on board with it. They were, of course, they let me take all the shots,
Mhm.
but they were like, okay, we are not sure if we should invest in this company.
Right.
But I was like, okay, I want to do this. I want to invest in this company because we were getting at a very cheap price.
What was the nature of that?
They were into fitness, sustainable fitness.
Okay. Okay.
So I was like, okay, I want to, because we were getting at a very cheap price.
Right.
But after that, I learned cheap price is always not good.
Yeah. Okay.
Just because you are getting at a cheap price, that doesn't mean you should invest. There should be, you should look at red flags, why the company is raising at a very
Early stage.
not very early stage, but why the company is raising at such a low valuation.
Right. 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 Yeah, coming back, so people can just send in their whatever their details to your email, and you, that's how it happens, or
Yeah, so the process is, of course, you can connect us over our email ID. But like I said, we don't invest in early stage companies so much. We usually invest in growth stage companies, where companies looking for money for growth, not for sustainability.
right? Okay.
Okay, when the company is saying, okay, we have this kind of business, we are doing so much and so much revenue, we need money to grow from this stage to the next stage.
Right.
But if the company is, let's say, company is not large enough, company is saying, okay, we need money this to sustain our company, we don't know what we are gonna do with
Sorry,
it.
I'm cutting you. What do you mean by large? Is there a minimum revenue looking for? Is there a minimum years of functioning you looking for?
It's a mix of bunch of different things.
Right.
Usually when we invest in companies, we usually look for companies who are doing above 50 or 100 crore of revenue.
Okay.
From that stage, it is really difficult for that company to go to zero.
Right. Okay.
They are already at a stage. Let's say if I'm investing in a company, they're at 100 crore revenue, and I'm investing at an X amount of X valuation.
Right.
So even if they don't grow from there, I know, okay, if this company goes public now, I can take at least my capital out.
Right.
I don't want to take a risk. Okay, let's say I'm investing in a company, I'm investing whatever, a crore or 2 crore, but the company is still figuring out where they're pivoting a lot, or they need that money for just to sustain the company.
Okay.
So
Right,
they might have to pivot a lot. They might
Right,
have
right.
to change a lot of ways they are doing business. They might have to spend a lot of money on marketing
Right.
just to get that business out in the market,
Right.
just to get that business out in the mass.
Right.
So
So
there are
what
high,
I'm understanding is, if the companies are going from 0 to 10, you're not the best place to come to, right?
yes,
If the company is trying to grow from 10 to 15 or to 100, that's the best time to reach
that's
out to
when
you.
we come in.
Okay, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. You just mentioned red flags. What are the red flags currently in terms of the market segments? Like somebody, let's say if somebody is trying to put a new solar or a new fitness brand or luxury fashion, what are the red flags and what are the green flags going around?
So whenever we look at a company,
Right,
we look for three things first.
right,
We look for the industry, that how the industry is doing.
right.
That's the first level of inspection.
Mm-hmm.
Then second thing we look at is how the company is placed in that market.
Right,
There are niche for every single company.
right,
Let's say there's a fitness industry.
right,
Then there are 10 different companies which are doing different things. Everyone is not doing. Someone is running a gym. Someone is running an online studio. There are different things in the same industry. So that's what we look. That's what we look for. That how are they placed in that industry, and
Okay.
how well they are proposed to go.
right.
And the third thing is we look at the founder
Okay,
and their pedigree.
okay,
What they have done before. What's the potential? How involved they are in business, or how passionate they are about the business they are doing.
right. Name me few people in your field of work that you are really inspired from, or you really look up to, or you just give them a call. Are there people currently in your business?
The people I can call.
Call or just reach out to, or just have an understanding of how they are functioning in your nature of business. How are they growing?
So I take a lot of inspirations from my friends. I don't have a lot of friends in my age. All
Okay.
my friends are either engaged, married, or have kids. All of them are above 27, 28. I have friends who are 45, 50 as well.
Right.
Because the kind of business I am in.
Right, right,
And the reason I joined the business at a very early stage.
right,
So I could never really connect with people of my age.
right.
So yeah, they have done a lot in their
Is there a
area.
specific company that you look up to, or a specific individual that is doing really well?
Yeah, I would say definitely I really looked on. I would definitely say that I got really inspired from Ratan Tata,
Okay.
but I cannot reach out to him.
Of course, of course.
But yeah, definitely there are a lot of people that I talk to on a regular basis. People who are doing very well in their life. They have done very good businesses. They are running good businesses. So I learn a lot from them.
Right. I am also very interested in the variety, in the versatility of your portfolio, right? So there is this one favorite brand of mine. I'm a huge CSK fan. I'm really interested in what are you exactly doing with them? What exactly is your role, if there is any? If you can just
No,
elaborate.
I don't have any role with them.
Right.
I have just invested in CSK.
Right.
And I would say that even I'm a biggest fan. That was one of the biggest. That was one of the reason I invested in the company. And I'm a very big fan of course, the franchisee, but mainly
MS.
MSD. Yeah.
All right.
I not just because he's a cricketer. I love the way he thinks. I love the way he acts. I love the way he carries himself. I love the way the way he takes decisions.
Right.
I really the way he's always calm.
Right.
I really love that. I want to be like that.
Okay. Do you think, firstly, would I get tickets to the next season CSK matches? Please make sure that we get a couple of tickets. Yeah.
Definitely.
So you're saying this on record, okay?
Yeah,
Next year I'm
for
going to
sure.
call you for sure. Okay, from MSD, it just there is this question popping in my mind. Do you think faces matter when you're investing in a brand? Do you think celebrity-led brands or like let's say Super U has Ranveer Singh or Nykaa had Katrina Kaif brand ambassadoring the company, or do you think faces matter or personalities who are attached to the businesses matter?
See, those are two different things.
Okay.
Ranveer Singh is a co-founder in Super E.
Okay.
And Katrina Kaif was just the brand ambassador for Nykaa.
Right. Right. Okay.
But when these people are involved, let's say Ranveer Singh is involved in the company, they really try to put in a lot more
Okay.
rather than just being a brand ambassador, rather than just going for the shoot.
Right.
I have spoken to the founder of Super U as well,
Right.
like how they work, what exactly they're doing. They're doing really great. They have
Right.
crossed more than 100 crore revenue in, I
Yes.
think, 6 or 9 months.
Right.
They are Ranveer Singh is himself putting a lot
A
on the
lot
line.
of efforts.
Yeah,
Yes,
a lot
yes.
of efforts.
Yes, yes.
So that's a different thing than just being a brand ambassador of one company, just going for the shoot, take a couple of pictures, and then post it online.
Right. And probably never use the product also.
Yeah.
Okay, but exactly. So, do you or your company have a do you guys work in that manner that you look for
I would
people who
say.
like
Sorry,
at
yeah.
MSD, like for example, MS Dhoni at Chennai Super Kings did drive you right to invest, right?
But I would say that that's the passion-driven investment. I would not
Right.
say that's the most wisest
You making money with
investment.
them?
I'm in profit right now, but I would
Okay.
not say that was the wisest investment I have done.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I would say that okay, we are not after flashy businesses. We
Right.
actually run away from it.
Okay.
When they're making too much noise, when
Hmm.
they are making, okay, we do this, we do that, we have 10 celebrities on the brand, we would never invest just because an actor are on their cap table.
Right. Right.
We would do our own due diligence. We would not go after names. Okay, let's say three actors have invested in them. Three big names in the investor community has invested in them. We would not chase that at all.
Right.
We would always chase the numbers. We would always chase the promoter.
Right.
Then only we would invest in. Otherwise, we get
Yeah,
so
makes
many.
sense.
We get so many deals where they were like, okay, this actor has invested in us. This actress has invested in us. This looks great. The promoter is already on the ninth cloud. We will not come on the call. We will not do this because we already have this on the cap table. This person on the cap table.
Right.
We never chase those flashy headlines.
Right. What's your take on which was your best investment, you think, if you can name the company, and if you could also name the worst till today that you've put your money into?
So the best investments, I would definitely say Jainam and Navitas.
Okay.
We have done.
Okay.
We have gotten so many good reviews about those companies.
And the growth has also helped,
The
right?
growth has definitely helped a lot in that case.
Right.
And the worst company, the one which I lost my money.
Yeah. Okay.
I would not like to defame them,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was based
Are they
in
still in
Bombay.
the business?
No, they are not. They have
they've
shut down.
Shut down.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. See, numbers do fascinate me, but what really fascinates me even more is a mindset. You as an investor, you as such a young investor, what is it? Is it spiritual? Is it numbers? It is practical? What is it to be like an investor? How do you function?
Uh, I will say that my spiritual journey or my spiritual life is very different than my business. I
Right.
keep them both apart.
Right.
In business, everyone has a different way of doing. Every investment banker or every investor has a different way of doing business. Mine is that I invest in people, not just businesses. That's what the tagline is for Parishi Capital as well.
Right.
There are thousands of people that understands numbers much better than me, that understands investment much better than me. But what I understand, or what my strength is, that I understand people very well.
Right.
I I know which people to work with, which people to not work with,
Right.
and that's where Parishi Capital succeeds. That's
Right.
what I feel.
So, but how do you get to them? Like, how is it? I'm sure you would be getting emails left, right, and center. But how do you understand? Is there a specific set of questions you want to know from them, or how's it? How does
So the
that?
process for investment is we get hundreds of deals every month.
Right.
My team eliminates them.
Right.
They only bring me a few deals a
Right.
month.
Right.
And we have our trusted advisors, trusted
Right.
sources where we source deals from. So they already do their own due diligence, and then they only pass on the deals to us.
Right.
So let's say I have to look at 20 or 30 companies a month.
Right.
So I even from numbers, let's say from numbers or from founders pedigree, from the multiple factors, we cut down from those 30 companies to say 5 to 10 companies maximum.
Right.
And then I meet those founders.
Right.
I take a for firstly, if I'm traveling or if I'm anywhere, then I will take a Zoom call. Otherwise, if they're in town, then I'll meet them.
Right.
I take a call with them and then understand more about the company, how they are working, and from there the elimination process starts. Like
Right.
from hundreds of companies to
Maybe a select few.
50, 30, 30 to 10, 10
Right.
to 2, 2 to 1.
Right.
And we follow that process with everything. So first, of course, whenever we get the company, we look at, like I said before, we look at three things. That's after that, if we like the company, that's when
Move
we go ahead and take a deeper dive
Right.
and understand more about overall scenario.
Right.
That's when we
Do you have
invest.
set targets that certain companies you wanna? Okay, let me just change the question. Do you have like a dream deal? Do you have a company in mind that I want to invest in this, or you've not landed that?
No, not really, because when you have that thing in your mind, okay, I see this business, this is growing really well. That's not where you make money.
Right.
You make money when the brand is not recognizable.
Okay.
When you invest in that company at that time, and after that the company grows and the company is recognizable everywhere, that's why you make money.
Right.
If you invest in if you invest in Zomato, you are not gonna make 10x, 15x, 50x,
Okay.
because the company is already large enough.
Right. Right.
Today, if you take an example, HDFC Bank, they have more
Right.
than 10 lakh crore of market cap.
Right.
If that company moves even 10% in listed market, the company is growing by 1 lakh crore of market cap, which is a huge thing,
Right.
which is not easy. Easy to do it for a company to grow by 1 lakh crore of market cap every
Right.
single year.
Right.
So you make most of the money when companies at a small scale. Small scale by, for us, I would say that the company is at 50 or 100 crore of revenue.
Right.
And then they grow it to 1,000, 10,000,
crores.
20,000 crore revenue.
Right. Okay. Whew, a lot of numbers. Okay. I am. So we spoke about the mindset. We spoke about the numbers. We spoke about the early days. I really want to know, how does an investor like you, how does Aaryan Shah chill? What do you do in your leisure time? What are your go-to things? I've read somewhere you interested in art and traveling. So what all do you explore and what all do you do?
Right. So I usually don't get that much time.
Okay.
I'm always on the move. I'm traveling at least a week, 7 to 10 days, or probably 15 days a month.
Right.
For chilling, I really like meeting new people, and that's what my business is about.
Yes.
I keep meeting new companies, new people every single day, and I really love doing that.
Okay. I'm interested. What happened to your rents now? Like, how much is your rent now, or in the last few years? And one absolute brainless conversation with your friend.
Okay, so I've shifted back to Surat now with the family.
Right.
But the last place I lived in Mumbai was I was paying there a rent of about 3 lakhs rupees.
800 से सीधा 3 लाख.
800 से 3 लाख.
Okay.
And
okay.
Madhuri Dixit was my neighbor, by the way.
Woohoo! Next time an autograph, of course. Yeah. The conversation.
So yeah, for the conversation, okay. So we were sitting at my place. One of my friend had flown in from Delhi, and I used to love hosting people. So I used to live in a 2 BHK, and I was living there alone.
Right.
So all of my friends, whenever they traveled to Mumbai, they used to stay with me, and it was so much fun. So one of my friend was staying with me. He went out for some work. We were just sitting at night. We were just chilling. We were talking about fun different things. And he was like, "Okay, bhai, we are doing this a brand shoot,
Okay.
and we have hired Ranbir Kapoor and Janvi Kapoor for the brand shoot.
Okay.
But Janvi Kapoor has a fracture now. So
Okay.
what do you think we should do?" And at 12:30 in the night, we are talking about different people. Okay, who should we pair with Ranbir Kapoor for the brand shoot? And we are just seeing bunch of different things on Google. Okay, which people Ranbir Kapoor has already
Did
worked
you ask
with
like the
in
chat
ad
GPT?
shoots. No, not So we were just seeing that which people Ranbir Kapoor has already worked with in before.
Right.
We want to take someone new. We want to do this. We want to do. We were just doing random shit at
Right.
that time. And we finally landed upon Kriti Sanon at that time.
Okay.
And it was what 1:30 in the night.
Okay.
And that guy calls his manager. Okay, it's 1:30. By tomorrow morning 11 a.m. I want Kriti Sanon. At 1:30 in the night, before
For the shoot.
yeah, for the
Right.
shoot, like
Right.
before tomorrow morning, I need Kriti Sanon.
Okay.
Yeah, at 1:30 in less than 10 hour time, he was like, okay, I need. Oh, shoot was not the next day.
Okay.
But he wanted to sign it. They had very thin timeline.
Okay.
So he calls his manager at 1:30. Okay, I need Kriti Sanon tomorrow morning. And yeah, very different. I had no idea what we were doing. I'm not a marketing guy. I don't know how that works. We were always B2B people. We even invest in B2B companies majorly. So I have never done a marketing myself. I am not even really present that much on social media. I don't post stories, nothing. So, but we were just मेरे को वो एक ही चीज हुआ कि भाई तुझे क्या लगता है किसको लेना चाहिए हम
एंड वो पूरा एक पूरा वो सिचुएशन बकचोदी वाला बहुत लंबा
हमने कोई बाकी और कुछ नहीं था बकचोदी में कृति सनोन डिसाइड किया है एंड ही स्पेंट crores on that deal और हमने वो रात को 1:30 बजे बकचोदी में बैठ के डिसाइड कर रहा है कि कृति सनोन चाहिए इट हैपेंड you must have seen the ads in IPL as well.
ओके यार बकचोदी में नहीं वेरी सिंसियरली जेन्युइनली MSD को मिल सकता है क्या
I wish.
Wow, man. I mean, to be very honest, इतना shitty conversation भी नहीं था आपका. Pretty interesting. Landed up at an interesting shoot. Okay. What do you think? I think a lot of people underrate traveling. What do you think? How do you take that? How important is traveling to you?
It was very important,
Right.
but now it has happened to me. जो एक सब्जी बहुत बार खा लेते हो
हाँ.
फिर वो पसंद नहीं आता है.
Right.
I'm definitely not against the traveling yet. I still like traveling, but I'm at a place in my life where I want to cut traveling.
Right.
I have traveled so much. I used to take multiple flights a month. I remember when I felt this, okay, I'm doing this too much. I had already gone on a multiple trips in that same month, and that was my I think 6th or 7th flight
Right.
from Mumbai.
Right.
I go to the airport. I check in my bags. And that security guy recognized me. I was like, "Sir, आप वापिस यहाँ पे?" And that's when it hit me. Okay, I'm doing something wrong because उनका shift change होता है. There are different security guards every time, and he recognized me.
तुझे बस अभी
I was like, okay, I am doing something wrong. I have to change this.
अरे this reminds me Ixigo वाले बुरा मान जाएंगे यार you invested in that
Yes.
brand यार उनके travel का क्या होगा not the best marketing I'm sure you're not a guy for marketing for sure
Yeah, I agree.
right okay see to be very honest where I was heading to was I think because of a certain training that you've had in your early days no I think traveling just makes you have to adjust so much right on the go when you are on the go your food your travel your clothes everything matter but suddenly nothing matters आपको कहीं पहुंचना ही सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी बन जाता है last few questions how do you How are you with your friends? How do you take your friendship? Are you a very serious friend? Are you like a very everyday friend, or how do you? How's your friend circle, and how do you? How are you with your friends?
No, I'm close to my friends.
Right.
Uh, but I think the problem we face, just for an instinct, a couple of us, one of my group, we are planning a trip.
Right.
But किसी का date ही match नहीं होता है. So we are
Right.
not always in day-to-day conversation because
Right.
everyone is doing something with their life.
Right.
But whenever we talk, whenever we meet, it's a different scenario. And if you are there, you would understand what I'm talking about.
Right.
Like, okay, I went. This year I celebrated my birthday in Delhi.
Okay.
So yeah, I went to Delhi. I have a lot of friends there. One of my very close friend is from Delhi. I was there for the weekend, and he specially organized the whole weekend for me.
Okay.
He was like, "Okay, we are going to this place. We are doing this." One day was a whole spa day, and he was like, "Okay, we are doing bunch of different things from Friday morning to Sunday night." He didn't let me have a single second. Okay, you are not gonna be alone. You're not gonna be like, okay, you don't know what to do here. And he just organized the whole weekend for me. And I have really good friends in my life. I was in Dubai a couple of weeks ago. My friend hosted a party just because I was there. There was no other occasion. There was nothing else. He just hosted a party just because I was in Dubai with him.
Right.
I really have good friends in my life. I would say that I have so many acquaintances, very few friends.
Right.
I
But do
take my
they give you
friendships-
reality checks? Like, yeah, what I'm trying to understand is, does money come into the whole action? Like, because of certain money is involved, obviously one must have all sorts of friends, right? So, कभी भी पैसे की वजह से कभी कोई friendship में ऊपर नीचे issues कुछ?
No, I have never made friends like that in my life. One of my closest friend, I wouldn't even call him a friend. I would call him a brother.
Okay.
I met him in Mumbai
Okay.
when I was living in a co-living space.
Right.
He was my roommate. We didn't even talk for I think a month or two.
Right.
I was always traveling, and whenever I was there, we used to just. He was working. He was working in RBI at that time, so we really didn't talk for the first 1 month, 2 months. Then once, we were talking about something, and we really connected so well. I would say that okay, he completes my sentences.
Oh, okay.
That's all. And he doesn't come from a very well off background, but
The financial background does not
Yeah.
matter. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Acha,
Yeah,
cut,
he's
cut.
genius at what he does. So that's what matters to me.
Right.
Like they are driven.
Right.
They have vision to where they want to go in life.
Right.
I cannot, okay, if I make a friend, I cannot talk about just bullshit for 3 hours or every time we meet.
Right.
The friends I have, whenever I meet them, I talk about a lot of different things. We just don't go out, we have fun or we eat at fancy dinners. That's not the case with my friends.
Right.
We talk about marriage or vision or what we want to do in life. We talk about family problems or I'm facing this issue, what I should do, how did you go through this, or if you have gone through something like this. We talk about every single thing in life.
How are you with your family? How is your family dynamic? How are you guys?
I'm very close. I'm very close to my family. I think whatever I have done in my life until now, even if it's nothing, and wherever I am today, it's because of my family.
Okay. What are the table conversations? Dinner table conversations? What is it generally at your family? I'm really interested in that.
I don't know if it's the right thing to say or not, but 24/7 it's just business or moving ahead in life.
Right.
Like they are always, I would do anything in life. It would not matter to them. They would always push me to my limits.
Right.
If you meet my family today, I know that whenever they go out, whenever they meet other people, they would say hundreds of nice things about me. But in front of me, on my face, they would never say a single thing. Okay, you did this great. If something has gone good, something has a company has done well, they're like, okay, ठीक है ना, उसमें तूने क्या किया है?
Typical ambitious families.
टिपिकल एकदम ही टिपिकल. और अगर कुछ भी गलत हो गया, कुछ भी होगा कि तू ये नहीं कर रहा है, if I wake up even half an hour late, they're like, okay, you have to wake up early, you have to do
Not
this.
serious.
Yeah, you are not serious, you are not doing this. ये लोग को देखो, ये लोग कैसा कर रहे हैं, वो लोग को देखो. They will always, मतलब, of course not in the comparison way, but
Right.
they always want to push me harder.
Right.
Okay, this is not your potential. You
Right.
can grow much bigger than this.
Interesting. Okay, I have one last thing. Going back to the little business side of things, what are potential markets that you're thinking, like luxury, fashion, or let's say stocks or sports? What is a booming market according to you currently?
I think couple of markets are gonna do very great coming years. One of them being anything related to renewable energy, and must have a lot many people have spoken about this on podcast or on news or anywhere.
Right.
That industry is doing really well.
Okay.
And specifically in that industry, anyone is into battery or battery storage system, I think they're gonna do very well.
Right.
Anything related to recycling
Right.
or
So renewable energy, recycling.
yeah, recycling
Anything
is
to do
gonna
with
do great.
fashion? Do you think it's gonna boom?
Yeah, I think wedding industry is very large in India, and
Right.
it's gonna keep doing great in India.
Right.
Because
Okay.
we are, as Indians, we are very connected to our festivals and
Weddings and- yeah.
those rituals,
Right.
and people spend a lot on those things.
Right.
I'm invested in a company called Parniyas.
Okay. Oh yeah, we also have a store of that in Surat. Right?
Yes, yes,
Right.
the
Okay.
same one.
Yeah.
So they are doing really well.
Okay.
The way they have grown in last 5 to 7 years is immense.
Right.
And I keep hearing stories from the founder. Okay, we just had this encounter. I was talking to the founder one time, and he told me there was the bride who came in Delhi, and they bought clothes worth of 2 crores for the
2
wedding.
crores.
Yes, for the wedding they bought clothes worth of 2 crores for the whole family,
Hmm.
and the bride bought 2 wedding lehengas.
Okay.
And what was the reason?
Reason?
I'm not sure which one I would want to wear on the wedding day. I would decide on that day. I want both of these lehengas, and
Wow.
each one of them was worth more than 15-20 lakhs.
Crazy Delhi's, right?
Then
Delhi's crazy.
people spend so much on these things.
Right. Right. Okay. So I do not have a lot of things to ask now, but I am really interested in knowing what are your thoughts currently. Is there something that you want to share? Is there something you want to say? Please.
I would say one thing, that don't be in your shell.
Okay.
Go out in the market.
Okay.
Okay, see bunch of different things. Explore options. What you want to do with your life, and that's how you will find your niche. That's how
Right.
you will find businesses. I have seen so many people in our industry as well, the diamond industry, that I get at least 4 to 5 calls a day. Okay, we want to invest somewhere or we want to start another business, but they don't want to go out in the market. If you want to keep sitting in your office and find out business, that's not gonna happen.
Right.
You'll have to go out in the market. And I see another problem with second generation is that they just want to sit on when the family has money, they
Right.
just want to sit on the chair. They just want to sit on the given responsibilities. And I think first generation makes them glorified managers.
Right.
You don't give so much responsibility to second generation. The first generation takes everything into their hand. They don't let them take decisions, which I think is very critical.
Hmm.
The reason what I'm able to do, I do today, is because of my family trusted in me.
Right.
They let me do my own thing.
Hmm.
So I feel that every parent should
Just let them go.
yeah,
them
let
be.
them go, let them be, let them explore options, not in a bad way.
Right.
Just don't leave them free.
Right.
You have to keep guidance on them.
Yeah, makes sense. Yes.
But you have to let them at least take their chances
Right.
in what they should do.
Right.
I have seen so many people in Surat as well, which they just don't take any decision. They want to go to their own office. They'll go at 2-3 p.m. They'll come back by 5-6 p.m. and they'll just chill. But it won't work that way in longer period of time.
Right.
The way we are moving ahead as a country, as well as the businesses are the new businesses are coming in,
Right.
times are gonna change.
Right. Makes sense. Yeah, they should have their mind of their own, their mistakes of their own, actually. I
Yes.
think then they'll probably explore and understand. Perfect. I think, Aryan, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Like this is what I do at the end of every podcast. I try and figure out what all I have learned. Let me try and figure it out.
Sure.
I have understood what schooling can do to one's personality and one's growth, personal and career wise. How family trusting you and your instincts could take you in such long strides in your personal and career wise. How friends are important, how living a certain sort of life just to understand the dynamics. Like when you're growing, if you explored and if you understood a lot of things, how do you pay rents or how do you cook your food or how do you just learn from books also makes a lot of sense. I think just staying a little grounded. I think I haven't seen a lot of people of your age bracket, so to speak. I don't want to sound very old. I am old, though, but yeah, of your age bracket, they have the sensibility of what you're trying to talk or say. I'm very impressed. I did not think that you would be communicating the way you did. And I think
Thank
it has come down from the number of deals that you would have cracked. Obviously, the numbers help. But I think just channelizing your thoughts, your focus, your energies to certain ambitions and dreams, I think this is few things that I've definitely encountered in this particular podcast. And I'm really glad that we did it on top of whatever issues that we have figuring out by postponed or a. But it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you,
I'm
Aryan.
glad it finally happened.
Yes, bro. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much for having me on the podcast. Finally, after all the efforts, it happened. After going back and forth so much, it finally happened. And I really had a great time. It was an absolute pleasure being here for the first time in front of the camera, speaking about the life, speaking about the journey. It has been a really great experience. And you did a great job as well. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
keep watching. The guys doing a great job. Keep supporting and subscribe to the Quick Silver Show. Thank you.